Today, we will dig deeper into molarity. Our question of the day is, why is it important to report solution concentrations considering number of moles? Molarity is the number of moles of solute divided by the number of liters of solution. The molarity is always expressed as a decimal, never a fraction. The units of molarity are moles per liter, which we also call molar, and is represented by a capital M. So the molarity is equal to the moles of solute divided by the liters of solution. If you are given grams, you must convert to moles first. You can do this using any method you usually use. If you are given milliliters, you must convert to liters first by moving the decimal 3 places to the left. Another way to remember this is to divide by 1,000. Now, molarity is most often used for preparing solutions for chemical reactions. This is because in a balanced chemical equation, the coefficients represent moles. For example, try adding 50 milliliters of hydrochloric acid to the reaction vessel. If you don't know the molarity, you won't know how many moles of hydrochloric acid you added and are available to react. Now, solutions are often measured using volume measurements, not mass. That's why we look at moles per liter, not moles per gram. So, how do you make a solution with a particular molarity or concentration? Well, first, we have to determine the number of moles of solute you'll need. So remember, the molar mass is the moles of solute divided by the liters of solution. So if you want to make 100 milliliters of a 2.0 molar solution of sodium chloride, that means you'll need how many moles per 0.100 liters, which is 100 milliliters expressed as liters. Solve this and you get 0.2 moles of NaCl. Next, you'll need to determine the number of grams you'll need to measure, so you'll convert your moles to grams using your molar mass. In this case, since the molar mass is 58.44 grams per mole for NaCl, we get that we need to measure out 11.69 grams. Step 3 is to add the solid to the bottom of a volumetric flask. Then you will do step 4, fill it to the line. Be very careful not to go over. Overfilling the flask will dilute the solution. An interesting piece of information about volumetric flasks is that each one only has one line for extremely precise measurements. This line is in the skinny neck to make the precision even higher. Now pause the video and try the show what you know questions. When you are done, you may resume the video and check your answers. Remember, molarity is equal to the moles of solute per liter of solution. We will use this fact to answer questions 1 through 10. What is the molarity of a solution that has 3.75 moles of solute dissolved in 9.42 liters of solution? If we plug in our moles and liters and then divide, we will get 0.398 molar solution. Next, what is the molarity of a solution that has 0.085 moles of solute dissolved in 0.50 liters of solution? If we plug the moles and liters into our equation and divide, we will get 0.17 molar solution. What is the molarity of a solution that has 0.1 moles of solute dissolved in 250 milliliters of solution? First, we must convert milliliters to liters by dividing by 1,000. Then we can plug in our moles and our liters into our equation and divide to get 0.4 molar solution. What is the molarity of a solution that contains 58.44 grams of sodium chloride dissolved in 0.5 liters of solution? First, we must convert grams of sodium chloride to moles of sodium chloride. To do that, we will need to divide the grams by the molar mass, which is 58.44 grams. So 58.44 grams is 1 mole. Then we divide this by 0.5 liters and we will get 2 molar solution. Next, we want to know what is the molarity of a solution that contains 75 grams of potassium nitrate in 2.5 liters of solution. So we're going to take our 75 grams and we're going to use the molar mass of potassium nitrate to convert that into moles. Then we'll have moles on top and liters on bottom like we want. So we'll take 75, divide by 2.5, divide by 101.11, and get 0.30 molar solution. For number 6, consider what is the molarity of a solution that contains 12.5 grams of potassium chloride, which has a molar mass of 74.55 grams per mole. If we divide the grams by the molar mass, we will get the moles, and then we can plug this into our formula. In 50 milliliters, so the number of liters is the number of milliliters divided by 1,000 of solution. Now, if we type this in, we will get approximately 0.167 moles per 0.050 liters, or a 3.35 molar solution. Next, consider what is the molarity of a solution that contains 10 grams of silver nitrate in 25 milliliters of solution. Since we want moles on top, we're going to need to convert our 10 grams of silver nitrate into moles. To do that, we will divide by the molar mass, which is 169.87 grams per mole. This will give us our moles. Then, in order to get our liters of solution, we will need to take 25 milliliters and divide by 1,000, because there are 1,000 milliliters in a liter, and that will give you the number of liters. Divide these to get that there is a 2.35 molar solution. How many grams of ammonia chloride should be added to a 100 milliliter volumetric flask to make a 2.50 molar solution? So blank grams NH4Cl is equal to 100 milliliters of solution. We know that 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. We can't solve the milliliters. We also know from the fact that we have a 2.50 molar solution that we have 2.50 moles in 1 liter, so liters cancel. Then we know from the molar mass that 1 mole of NH4Cl is 53.49 grams. That comes from the molar mass of 53.49 grams per mole. Now, you want to multiply by the top numbers and divide by the bottom to get 13.4 grams of solution. Next, we want to know how many grams of calcium hydroxide should be added to a 500 milliliter volumetric flask to make a 10.0 molar solution. So we'll start with 500 milliliters. We know that 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. We also know from 10.0 molar that there are 10.0 moles in 1 liter. We also know from the molar mass of calcium hydroxide, which is 74.10 grams per mole, that there are 74.10 grams in 1 mole. And then we can multiply the top numbers and divide the bottom numbers to get 370 grams of calcium hydroxide. Finally, we want to know how many grams of sodium sulfate, or Na2SO4, should be added to a 1,000 milliliter volumetric flask to make a 0.5 molar solution. We know that 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter, and then we also know that 0.5 molars means we need 0.5 moles for every 1 liter of solution. And then we also need to use the molar mass of sodium sulfate, which is 142.04 grams per 1 mole. Then we're going to multiply our top numbers and divide our bottom numbers to get 71.02 grams of sodium sulfate.